Welcome to this tutorial brought to you by the Levo Global Ministry and Academy, USA. Today, we are going to take ancient planetary wisdom, the kind usually reserved for dusty esoteric texts, and turn it into a tangible daily habit. By the end of this video, you will have built a personalized 4-step weekly Saturnian spiritual practice, using the hidden principles of Saturn to structure your own spiritual discipline. To complete this process, you need to gather 3 physical items right now: a journal to write in, a black piece of clothing, and a dedicated quiet space for a Saturday reflection. Bringing these physical tools together is step 1. We have to anchor these abstract concepts into our physical surroundings if we want them to yield real results. Let's start with your journal. Write down one major area of your life right now that requires deep discipline, patience, or serious reflection. The ancients associated Saturn with Kronos, the god of time. This planet represents the burden of our heavy responsibilities and the intense patience required to carry them out properly. This historical document lists classical alchemical characters. Under the Explicatio Charactorum section, we find the specific symbol for lead, or plumbum. In alchemy, Saturn governs lead, which practitioners recognized as the heaviest and darkest of all the base metals. The primary goal of your new routine is alchemical. You are applying Saturnian discipline to transform the heavy lead of your daily responsibilities into spiritual gold. Step 2 involves your wardrobe. Pick up that black piece of clothing you gathered earlier. You need to commit to wearing this specific garment exclusively during your Saturday practice. This photograph shows the distinct gravity and uniformity of these black robes worn by gathered judges. These garments directly connect to Saturn's ancient role governing karma and the weighing of deeds, serving as a visual representation of impartial justice. Occult traditions view these dark robes as a strict defensive boundary. The color channels Saturn's limiting properties to protect the wearer from negative spiritual influences. We see this Saturnian influence in academia as well. Here, the traditional graduation attire represents wisdom earned through strict time and discipline, particularly the square shape of the mortarboard caps worn by the graduates. By physically donning this specific black garment, you are intentionally stepping out of your regular week and entering the protected, disciplined state required for clear self-judgment. Step 3 is structuring your environment. Go to your quiet space and organize it so you are sitting near a specific cubic object or within a closed circle. This image captures a massive, distinct 6-sided hexagonal pattern swirling directly at the top of Saturn's North Pole. When you take that 2-dimensional, 6-sided geometry and shift it into 3 dimensions, it perfectly forms the structure of a cube. This photograph shows the Kaaba in Mecca, where a prominent cubic structure acts as the focal point for millions of practitioners, manifesting that exact geometry on a massive scale. This principle of spiritual construction extends indoors as well. Inside this sacred space, you can see how the columns and central structural elements create a highly organized geometric boundary. This image shows the concentric circular patterns of Saturn's ring system, representing a binding cyclical influence. We see this mirrored directly in the clothing of religious officials, specifically the white circular collar, which acts as a symbolic binding element around the neck. Sitting within a deliberately structured geometric space physically aligns you with Saturn's binding structural energy. It puts your mind into a container built for serious contemplation. Step 4 is scheduling. Open your digital calendar or physical planner and immediately block out a dedicated time slot for this coming Saturday. The word Saturday literally derives from Saturn's day. Across historical traditions, observing this final day of the week represents the culmination and completion of the entire 7-day planetary cycle. This diagram shows exactly what goes into your Saturnian reflection block. You will execute 3 specific steps: put on your protective garment, sit within your geometric space, and write down a strict review of your week's actions. Officially scheduling this minimal time block prevents you from getting overwhelmed. It forces the abstract theory into a concrete, undeniable habit. Take a look at the schedule you just drafted. You now possess a dedicated garment, an organized physical space, and a locked-in time to practice your spiritual discipline. This is how you channel the wisdom of Kronos. By applying deliberate restriction to your routine, you crack open the heavy burdens holding you back and foster genuine spiritual growth. Execute this exact routine this coming Saturday. Thank you for studying with the Ladle Global Ministry and Academy, USA. True spiritual architecture is never built by merely reading about ancient symbols. It is built by the consistent application of time